Hi guys, and welcome to the world of Beth. As you can see, we're doing a makeup tutorial today. Today we're going to do a purple and pink ombre look. Now disclaimer, obviously people who have seen my videos before know that I'm not a professional makeup artist, so any of the names of things that I get wrong, I'm sorry. Basically, I'm just a nearly 41-year-old woman who's been putting makeup on for a while, and I get tired of watching the tutorials that I see on YouTube all the time, who are generally aimed at people who have got a lot more money to spend on skincare and makeup products than I do, and basically made for skin that isn't like mine anymore. My skin's in great condition, but my under eyes are still very loose, and my skin isn't the same as when I was 25. So when I follow these makeup tutorials, I'm like, highlight this, highlight that, wow, I've got cracks everywhere. So I'm just basically going to show you how I put on my makeup in a low cost, effective way that will hopefully help you spice up your makeup looks a little bit now that you're 40. And don't tell anyone, but you can probably use these if you're a bit younger too. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, obviously, before we start anything, is make sure that we have a good foundation base. I like to use Max Factor Miracle Prep Color Cooling Primer because that's really good for getting rid of any age spots or redness that we get as we get older. I usually use Asta Color Match around my eyes, and then I finish it off with Revlon Color Stay Foundation that we dab on with our little beauty brush, our beauty sponge. Now, I've already done that today because I've already got one eye done. So today should be sure to just show you how to do each eye. Now, I would recommend, if you're doing this at home, to do each step on each eye at the same time and just pause the video until you finish the step on the second eye. That way you're not going to be horrifically cleaning your brushes all the time. Now, mine is a very colourful pot of water, but this is because I've already done one eye, and so there's a lot of eyeshadow in there already. To make sure your brushes are clean between applications, take some warm water and a gentle shampoo, like No More Tears, that's not going to hurt you when you put it on, and thoroughly clean your brushes in between each use so that you're not mixing any of the pigments. Now, talking of pigments, today we're going to be using my absolute favourite, Beauty Glazed Colour Fusion Over the Rainbow. I love this palette so much. The colours, the pigments are so bright, and the whole palette is just €10 or £10, or even less sometimes if you look on somewhere like Amazon or AliExpress. So today the colours that we're going to be using are these two pinks at the top, this one mainly, and then this one for some highlighting. Then we're going to use this lovely bright pink down the bottom, and then we're going to go across here for this lovely purples here at the end. Okay, so to start with, we're going to use our primer. Now, I use a cream primer, but if you're older or your eyes aren't quite as line-free as mine, a liquid primer would be better. So first of all, what we're going to do is just take our primer, and makeup artists, the YouTube over, are screaming, no, not with your finger. Yes, with your finger. We don't all have the money to spend on brushes. So what we're going to do is just take our eyeshadow primer, and we're going to pop it over our top lid. Now obviously we're using quite a lot of eyeshadow today, so it's a really good idea to make sure that we're covering all the area that we're going to use our eyeshadow on. This will make your eyeshadow not only last longer, but the colours stand out more. And if you're going with statement eyeshadow, you want the colours to last as long as possible. You're also going to take a little bit and put it on your eyeline, being careful not to go into the fine lines that you may have underneath your eye. Now, this is where we need our trusty cotton bud, because we don't want to be pulling at that delicate skin underneath our eye. So we're just going to use a cotton bud to push that primer into the under lash line, so that when we apply our eyeshadow there, it's okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cheat a little bit, because we want our eyes to match. So I'm going to take a brown coal, because this is easily covered up. It's a nice light brown coal. And I'm just going to look at where my eye comes to here and where I want it to go here. And then I'm just going to draw a little line here. And then basically I know I don't want to go past this line here on my eye. So now we're going to come to our first and my favourite part, our eyeliner, our eyeshadow. So we're going to use this beautiful bright pink here to start with. So always press down on the palette, gently but firmly, and blow off any excess. Do that a couple of times just to build up the colour on your brush. Never rub the palette, because you're just going to break up the eyeshadow and it won't last you for as long. So now we're going to take our brush and we're just going to go into the corner of your inside eye. Now, because this is the lightest colour, I'm going to do a couple of coats of this so that you can see at home what I'm doing. But when you do it at home, you probably only need the one, because you don't want to go out as I need to do it for online. So you're going to want to come up to about a third of the way of your eye, and also round a little to about a third of the way under your eye also. As I said, I'm going to use a couple of coats so it's nice and clear for you to see what I'm doing. But it's probably not necessary for you to do at home. So you just want to go up to where your eyeball line is, so you can feel it across your eyeball. You don't want to go too high. I love fantasy makeup, but we're not going for that today. Okay, so once you put your pink on, your base pink, we're going to clean off our brush. Make sure it's nice and dry. I suggest keeping plenty of tissues handy. Make sure it's nice and dry, and then we're going to go for the lovely bold statement pink here. I love this pink. So what we're going to do with this pink, rather than bring it around, we're going to make a line. So what we're going to do is just a straight, strong line in the center of your eye, from the base of your eye and your lash line to the top. And again, that's going to cover about a third of your eye. This is going to be our primary colour. Okay, so once you feel that you've got that strong enough, clean the brush again. Make sure all of the water is off. We do not want to get soapy water on our beautiful Beauty Glazed palette. And now we're going to go for this nice purple down here. Again, press firmly, but don't shake. And now what we're going to do is just fill in this corner up to where we put our brown line earlier. And we're going to make sure we stop at the line of the pink. The key to nice ombre colours is shading and blending, but you don't want to do it too early. At the moment we want to see 3 lines worth of colour. Okay, so it's at this point we're going to take a little bit extra of the purple, and we're now going to come from the under eye where we put the eye primer, the eyeshadow primer earlier, and we're going to bring it up to the corner. So as you can see, we're creating a line going all the way around. And we're going to stop in the middle. So you should have pink, nothing, purple at this point. Now with this purple as well, we're just going to take it and we're going to blend it across the top where your pink was. Gentle strokes and down a little into the eye line, the crease of your eye, always following where your eyeball is. Okay, so now we have the 3 separate ones. Now you remember at the beginning I said that we were going to use the really pale pink as well. This is where we're going to put the pale pink on to make sure all the highlights are nice. So we're going to use this really nice pale pink at the top here. Again, we're just going to take a little and this time we're going to go into the corner of our eye again and then dab it in between each of the lines that you're going to create. It's at this point, if you want to take a little of that stronger pink, which I love, and just dab it a little into the corner of the purple. Now we're going to take another brush, and this is called Tapered Blending Brush 6. I know, me neither. Okay, so what we're going to do is just very, very gently, in tiny circular motions, we're just going to blend the top very, very gently. And then starting from the pink in the corner, we're going to bring it across so they all become one. And really you're just gently blending the lines that we made before. Backwards and forwards from the corner. Now at this point, if you want to grab yourself a cotton bud, you can, and you can just tidy up the edges. And I like to go in a little circle. I know every makeup artist out there is screaming at me now, no! No cotton buds! Cotton buds are great, get over it. I just wish they didn't have so much plastic. Okay, and now finally we're just going to go back to that lovely bright pink, and we're just going to put a little more pink onto the outside and on the inside to brighten up that colour, just a little bit, and then on your lash line underneath. Then if you want, tiny little blend with your finger, just to make sure there's no harsh lines anywhere. Now, I personally don't think that this particular look needs eyeliner, but if you want to put eyeliner, I'd recommend a little bit of liquid eyeliner, and that's it. So I'm just going to take a little liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to put a little in the corner and the inner eye, just to emphasize the end. Literally as far up as my eyelashes. When I hit my eyelashes, I'm going to stop. I'm going to take it down a little bit, just to elongate my eyes. Just a tad. Now here, if you want, you can also put a little bit out. So go to the edge of where your eyeshadow is. Close your eye and draw the tip so it's in a straight line. And remember, don't worry if you make a bit of a mess of your eyeliner and the line is a little bit too thick. Take out that trusty cotton bud, dampen it just a little bit, and thin out your line. And then just quickly dab back over with the previous eyeshadow to make sure all of your mistakes are hidden. If you do get any pigment fall down here, because you're one of those people who don't have that sticky tape that you have to rip off and makes you cry and all of your makeup come off that you've just spent ages putting on, I take a wet wipe, just any wet wipe, like a baby wet wipe, store brand, and just dab your face gently, and off it comes. Now, I like to use Lash Factor, Max Factor Lash Revival. Gosh, I'll get there tonight. And take a little bit of mascara, zigzag motions from the base of the lash to the top of the lash, focus a bit more on the top of the lash just to make them look that little longer and to build up the length. Same on the bottom. Just for a little definition. And you're done. So that really is a really easy way just to make a nice splash of colour statement eyeliner and eyeshadow set for a nice evening out. And you can do ombre eyeshadow with any eyeshadow colour you like. I've chosen this because I have this colour hair now and I can finally use pinks. I couldn't before. But here I will show you another Beauty Glazed palette. This is Melon. And all you need to do is take 3 eyeshadows that you think are good colours, that match well, line them on the back of your hand, drag them down to see if they match well, and that's how you can do ombre eyeshadow. One of my subscribers has actually asked me to do like a Phoenix Fire fantasy, so I will be showing you how to do ombre colours with yellows, oranges and reds very soon. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. I will put in the description box all the different things that I used, but they're all low cost products. I don't believe in spending lots of money on makeup to look good. I don't think it's necessary. And if you have any ideas that you'd like to see me try, any different colour combinations or fantasy makeup, whatever you like, leave a comment. And if you've enjoyed today, please don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!